Sing along if you feel my flow. Come on, sing that song. He has a plan in Jesus' name. He has his hand on our brand. Living and growing together. We can make it through any weather. So come along, don't be scared. Hands in the air if you're feeling the flow. Sing along with the song. Hey, life streaming together. Life streaming together. Sing along if you feel my flow.
Yeah, I'm just a brother out here in the hood trying to do some good to strengthen our community. Yeah, that's what I'm about. But not only that, we try to use all the gifts that God has given us, being creative, to make the message relevant to everyone. And finally, man, I'm a preacher. I love to preach. I got 99 problems. Preaching ain't one. And what is going on, everybody? What is going on? It's Wade's Word of the Day. Wade's Word of the Day. Wow. Ooh, feels good to be back. Thank you all. Thank you all. Come on into space. Make sure that you tag, text, and tell somebody to come on in the room tonight. Y'all know what it is. Yeah, it's Wade's Word of the Day. We see you making your way into the space tonight. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to be hanging out with you all on this evening. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Wow. Come on, do me a favor. Tag, text, and tell somebody. Tell them to come on in the room. Then as you are texting and tagging and all doing all of that good stuff, make sure that you hit that stars button. If you don't mind, yeah, we certainly would appreciate it. We certainly would appreciate it. I'm going to do what I'm asking you all to do as well. So let me do that real quick. If you don't mind, yeah. So y'all know in this space, we don't tear down, we lift up, we encourage, we speak to those things that speak to us, all of those things. So we deal with mind, body, and spirit. Yeah, that's what we do on tonight, mind, body, and spirit. Come on, check in. Let me know how you're feeling. It's been a while. So go ahead and check in. Let me know how you're doing on tonight, how you feeling on tonight, what's going on with you on this evening. Wow. Woo, so a lot to cover. I'm not going to be able to cover it all, but a lot to cover tonight. We wrestled with some internet stuff for like the last week. So we haven't been able to get on like we love to get on. But I'm grateful to be back. All right. Come on in the room. Tag, text, and tell somebody. Yeah, tag, text, and tell somebody. And give some folk a few more minutes to come on in the room as well. Again, as you come into the room, make sure that you're tagging and texting and that you are telling somebody. Lena Winstaff, what's going on? Good to see you. Gladys Douglas, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you tonight as well, and others who are in the room. Shakira, good to see you tonight. Thank you for coming in the room. So let's talk about it tonight. So as I said earlier, you know, we went through calling ourselves upgrading our internet service. And it didn't go as planned, and we ended up being down for about a week. And I got to be honest, it made me think about that Old Testament scripture, weeping may endure. Yeah, weeping may endure. Yeah, because I was feeling some type of way. I was feeling some type of way. But it made me think about some things. And you know, you can get a word out of anything and from anything, right? So I thought about that text, weeping may endure, and just add a new meaning, right, for this last week of not having internet, not having internet. I mean, me and internet, you know, was like a relationship, and God built us for relationships. And when those relationships are broken, you kind of feel that. You know what I mean? You kind of feel that. You go through that whole, you know, kind of stage at first, little grief, and then a little anger, and yeah, and all of that stuff. And I felt every single one of those emotions. And so I thought about that text, weeping may endure. And so I was like, what did I learn from this experience? What did I learn from this experience? Uh, First, number one, it's for you. It's for you. Number one, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Even when we look at that text, weeping may endure, right? Weeping may endure. Typically, when we think about weeping, we think about crying over something, right? There is this mourning at, you know, at the loss. It could be anything, right? Loss of job, loss of relationships. I'm just going through, right? And so the first thing that I learned, write it down, write it down, write it down. On this hump day, I'm going to help us get over the hump tonight. Yeah, the first thing that I learned was um, life is sometimes, you know, when we think about life is sometimes just simply about waiting. That's it. Number one. Out of this whole experience, uh, sometimes life is just simply about waiting. You know, some church folks say, I'm waiting for my change to come. But life, there are moments in life when you're just going to have to wait. And no manner of hollering, screaming, uh, being upset about it is going to change that waiting period. Sometimes things come about in our lives that just simply call us to the ministry of waiting. Yeah, and I get it. I get it. I understand that sometimes you know, that can be problematic. That can be hard. That can be difficult. But the reality is, uh, some things, even in God, you're going to have to wait for. So this whole notion of weeping may endure, uh, what that speaks to is this time period, or this lapsing where you're going to have to endure hardship as a good soldier. Yeah, you're going to have to endure hardship as a good soldier, because there is a time period that's connected to what you're wrestling with, what you're dealing with, and you just gonna have to go through it. You just gonna have to learn that in some moments in our lives, it's going to require us to have some patience, to wait. And I know we built to want things like right now, and sometimes when we don't get things right now, we have a tendency to be upset. Hey, I got to be honest, you know, I wanted what I wanted like right now, you know. So, but sometimes in life we just have to wait. We just have to wait, and in that waiting period, we discover a lot about ourselves, right? In my case, we discover, you know, and I kind of already knew it. I'm not that patient. I'm not that patient. The Lord is yet working on me. I'm not that patient. And as much as I think that I've kind of, overcome some of that, the reality is I'm still a work in progress when it comes to patience. And sometimes you just have to wait. Sometimes you just have to wait. I'm reminded of the passage of scripture where the man of God has prayed, and it seems like his blessing has been delayed. But then the angel finally shows up and he says, listen, God dispatched me, from the moment that you prayed, but in the course of me coming to bring you your blessing, I was held up by the enemy of the Lord. And so sometimes, even when we're praying for our breakthrough and we want to, get up out of what we're getting up out of, sometimes there are things that are going on in the background that we don't even know about. Yes, God has heard our prayer and God has heard our cry. But sometimes we just got to wait. And delayed does not mean denied. Let me say that again. Delayed does not mean denied. So sometimes you just got to wait. You just got to wait on it. You just got to fade it till you make it. You just got to wait. So that's number one. You got to learn how to wait sometimes. Number two, in that waiting process, right, this week, not being without internet, not being able to do all of the things that I'm accustomed to do, to be able to check in with you all. Yes, there is a level of frustration, but also you learn something about yourself. Here it is. Number two, what did I learn? I learned to be honest about what I like. Even though some may argue, there's certain things that you don't need, but there are certain things that I like. And we have to learn how to, even in the waiting process, to be honest with ourselves. And while others may be saying, you don't need that, but I like that. You understand what I'm saying? While others might be saying, you can make it without internet or whatever, but I don't want to. You have to learn to be honest about, yes, I understand there are certain things I may not need, but there are just certain things I like, right? There are certain things that I like, that are comfortable to me. I hate to use that word comfortable, but y'all get my point. You just have to be honest with yourself, right? And sometimes, folk from the back of the room might be crying out, oh, you don't need that. You can, no. You may not need that. But I like internet. I like computers. I like being able, technology. I like all of that. And some may argue and say, hey, you don't need all of that. I've been loving technology for a long time. I've been preaching through technology, using technology for a long time. I remember showing up at a church with a laptop, waiting to preach. I've told this story before, and this is before, it was kind of popular to have laptops in the pulpit and everything. I had my laptop up there with me, and MC was up there calling laptops the devil and all of that kind of nonsense. And so even in this moment when, man, the internet is gone, I was freaking out because I like technology. It makes my life easier. And so you got to learn how to be honest with that. It may not be for everybody. but it's for me. And if it's for you, if it makes your task easier, if it makes your life easier, just be honest about that. Even when other folk are saying, you tripping. You don't need all of that. You don't have to have all of that. You know, some folk like to be broke. I don't like to be broke. I like having a little change in my pocket. You know, some folk get frugal, as they say, and try to MacGyver everything like that. Listen, no, not me. No. I'm not trying to figure out how to fix a car. I like having money so that when the car breaks down, I can just take it and have somebody else fix it. Are you understand what I'm saying? So we just got to learn how to be honest with ourselves around what we like. And though others may suggest you don't need that, well, I happen to kind of like that. You follow what I'm saying? And I'm using technology as an example, but you know, it could be anything that makes your life easier. I love to read, right? And I used to, truthfully, in my basement right now, I have all of these books, these hardback books that I read, all different types of versions of the Bible and all of that kind of stuff. And for years, without technology, you would always have to get these hardcover books and read and all of this stuff. Now, all of those books that I have down there in storage, now I can store them in my device. And so when I'm traveling or whatever it is that I'm doing, I don't need to take 8 books with me. I can just take my tablet and have all of that information right there at my disposal, just a click away. I like that. Because I remember when, you know, I'm packing like 3 books away. Now, other people may say, hey, I like thumbing through the pages and everything. Do you, boo-boo? But I like being able to jump on the plane with less luggage or whatever it is, pull out the tablet, and I have all of these books, all of this information right at my disposal. Whether it's on my phone, whether it's on my tablet. So yes. So when that moment happened and technology at the house is gone, it affected everything for me. Just in terms of my processes and how I go about doing what I'm doing. Right? And so you just got to come to grips with, hey man, what works for you? And what works for you may not necessarily be what works for everybody else, but just be honest about that. You know, stop faking the funk for other people. You know, when they're trying to tell you, you don't need that. No, I'm tripping. You know, for other folk, it may be the gym, right? You get an injury, you can't go to the gym. That mess with your mind, especially if you like working out. It might be for others watching Sunday football games, and then you can't get to the place to watch the games or the basketball games or whatever it is. You just got to learn how to be honest about what it is that you like and what works for you, what makes your life convenient, a little easier in terms of how you go about doing your task, right? And so while I was able to adapt, you know, had to jump in the car and go someplace else so I can get me some internet. And I did that. And it wasn't an inconvenience at all to me. Wasn't an inconvenience at all to me. Now, for others, they say, oh, you don't need to do all of that. No. One day in the house without the internet was like, yo, what in the world is going on here? Right? So just be honest with yourself about, you know, why you may not need it. Yeah, I happen to like that. You know, others, it could be you like to jog, you like to walk, you like to run, you like to get outdoors. And this is why the pandemic affected you throughout that moment, because you like being outside. And while you can get get vitamin D from a pill and your vitamins and all of that stuff, you like being outside and letting the sun hit up on you and everything like that, walking outside. That makes you feel good. right? So just be honest about where you are. And while, yes, you may not need it, but hey, you like it. And then finally, that text says, weeping may endure for a night, but joy is coming. Yeah, the joy at some point is going to come. And I got to be honest with y'all, man, my joy came today. I ain't gonna lie, when I looked out the window, I saw that truck sitting out there. At first, I was like, dude, if you don't put that coffee down and come on in here and get my internet together, it's gonna be a problem. Your boy been sitting here waiting for about a week. But I ain't gonna lie, when I heard that doorbell ring and everything like that, yeah, my joy cometh. Yeah, my joy came. Yeah, weeping may endure for a week. I wept. But when I saw that truck sitting outside, you know what I mean? And that brother rang that doorbell, said, how can I help you? I said, let me tell you. Yeah. My joy came. Yeah. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? My joy came. But what did I learn through that? I learned through that, listen, you can make it. You can be creative. You can figure out different ways to meet your needs. And that's what I had to do, right? And so even though I couldn't have access right here because it was down, no manner of hollering and fussing and fighting was going to change that. I had to be creative. I had to figure out a way to meet the need. And so even though it cost me driving a little bit further, through that I was able to hang out, right, with family and friends and all of that good stuff, had a good time, right? But I discovered you can make it. You can make it. That this waiting period is sometimes part of the process so that on the other end, you can come back and tell your story. Tell your story of discovery. Tell your story of what you went through. Tell your story of how he brought you out. Tell your story of the ebb and flow as it relates to your testimony or your story or your trial. But you can also tell the story of your triumph, right? How he brought you from that and brought you to this. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And let me tell you, as I sit here with you all tonight, everything that I went through over the last week don't even matter. I ain't gonna lie. After that brother left and I hit that click button and I saw that speed, I got to be honest with y'all. My day just got a little bit brighter. The sun seemed like it just shined a little brighter. The birds were just singing such a wonderful melody in the backyard. Man, everything was just better. And that's what happens if you get that text. If you get that text, weeping may endure for a night, but joy is coming. But joy is coming after you have suffered a little while. Yeah, that's what the Bible says. After you have suffered a little while. Yeah, there is something that is greater that happens on the other side of your distress, of your despair, of your downturn, of your trouble, of your trial. There is something that is on the other side that is greater if you could just hold out till your change comes. Is anybody picking up what I'm putting down? Yes, I know, I get it. Some of y'all are in that waiting period right now, but can I testify tonight? Joy is coming. You've just got to understand that sometimes in life I got to wait. But all of the waiting is worth it when God opens up that window and when God pours out that blessing. Yeah, all of the waiting is worth it when your change comes. All of the waiting is worth it when he increases, enlarges your territory. All of the waiting is worth it when he bless you some 30, some 60, some 100-fold. All of the waiting is worth it when you put your feet on the devil's neck. All of the waiting is worth it. That's what it means when he says, but joy is coming in the morning. And can I suggest to somebody tonight, just like me on today, your joy is coming. And when that day comes and when that moment happens, yeah, you're going to do like me. You're going to look around and you're going to say, man, the sun is just shining just a little brighter. Yeah, the day just got a little better. The birds are singing a wonderful melody, and that all is well with my soul. You feel that tonight? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I said, do you feel that tonight? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? So I don't know where you are in the process, but wherever you are, know that your joy is coming. Yeah, your joy is coming. Yeah, I said your joy is coming. Yes, it is. Don't it sound better? Don't it look better? Because there's something that happens here. Weeping may endure for but a night, but it's something about the joy of the Lord. It really is, y'all. It really is. Man, I'm done on tonight. I hope that this word has added value onto your life. I hope that this word has blessed you on tonight. And if it has, if it's done that, do me a favor, text tag and tell somebody. You ought to share this out tonight. A lot of textable things that you could send out tonight, just from tonight. Did you take notes? Did you write it down? Let me give it to you again. Number one, sometimes you just got to wait. Number two, be honest with yourself about what you like and what you need. And sometimes you just got to be honest and say, I like that. And then thirdly, yeah, remember, you can make it, that your joy is coming. Yeah, your joy is coming. I'm so grateful to be back, hanging out with you all. I'm getting back on track. We got this good internet. Man, I'm looking at the picture, man. Yeah, everything is looking good. We ready. You ready? Because we ready. We're going just a little bit higher. Announcement. Here it is. March 23rd. Those of you all who are in the city, those of you all who are not, hey, we're launching our next series of billboards. We're so excited about it. And we hope that you are too. If you're in the city of Waterbury, come on, meet us on the corner of, I think it's, Lord have mercy. I think it's East Main. It's East Main, right there at the corner of Staywell and East Main. We will be there 5:30 for the revealing. Yes, on the 23rd, the revealing of the brand new billboards. Two billboards this time. Look at God. Ain't God good? Yeah. So we're excited about that. And we hope that we're gonna live stream it and everything like that, so you can be a part of it. If you want to help us in that work, make sure that you hit the stars button as well tonight. Every time you hit the stars button, it helps us to do the things that we are doing. We're launching our whole helping folk to get qualified and the insurance business and all of that stuff. So man, a lot of wonderful things are happening here in terms of, LHBC, live streaming together, Ways Word of the Day, all of that good stuff. You ought to get connected, and you ought to tell somebody to get connected. Yeah, we're doing meaningful things, wonderful things, great things, and so we want you to be a part of it. So get connected. Make sure that you get connected. And while you're thinking about it, sow a seed into the ministry. Don't be stingy in this season in the life of the ministry, because you're sowing in good ground. Make sure that you get connected. Make sure that you sow some seeds into the ministry so that we can continue on in the work. We're still working through trying to get that. I still got a dream for that. I still a vision for that, for the Lord have mercy, the cafe, Creators Cafe, and everything like that, studio and all of that good stuff. So we are pressing forward in those things as well. Man, get connected. Be a part of what it is that we got going on, man. Love y'all so much. Hey, let's go out this way. Y'all let me know if you're feeling it. Yeah, on the 23rd, make sure you wear your live streaming t-shirts if you have them. Yeah, drop on, do your part. Jump on social media. Shoot a quick video. Tell folk to get connected. Be a part of what we got going on. I can't give all the announcements. I need y'all to take the announcement I'm giving them, share them to all of y'all folk. You feel what I'm saying? Help a brother out. Help a brother out. All right, let's go out this way, man. We love y'all so much tonight. Here we go.
Right now, all right now, I said the Lord is blessing me. Right now, all right now, He woke me up this morning and started me on my way. Hey, the Lord is blessing me right now.
I gotta get out here. The Lord is blessing us right now. You all can get connected. Hey,
He's in the
so much. Appreciate y'all so much. Hey, you know what it is. It's Ways
Now
Word
you
of
got
the Day.
that.
We're
You
here
know
every
that
night,
deacon
Monday
always
through
put his
Friday,
verse in there though.
8
You got to put in your verse in there, and they make it up
Friday.
as they
Make
go
sure you
along.
get connected because the Lord is blessing us. Hey, what?
He woke me up this morning.
I gotta
He
go.
cooked me
I'll talk to y'all real soon.
something
We
to
out of
eat.
here.
Take your time, son.
I put on my clothes.